We're at the touchscreen, and the Golden State Warriors, Ryan Hollins, have won back-to-back championships, 3 in the last 4 years. And you want to show me why the dynamics of having Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, 2 MVPs, 30 years or younger, have been and will continue to be a problem for the league.
Yeah, and one thing, Jalen, that I'm really irritated with you about. You're my guy. I'm a little irritated.
Okay.
You don't appreciate Steph Curry, and you're a man that knows the game. So let's check out what he really does.
Okay.
Because I gotta break it down.
Okay.
I know we got into it last time.
Okay, cool. So here you got your man Steph Curry. Talk to me.
Let's pull it up. Let's run this clip. We're gonna show the effect of Steph. Now keep in mind, this is game 3.
Okay.
With this president game 3 after he hits a record 9 3-pointers. All right, sets the record. He comes down. So what's the coverage now? Let's run this back a little bit. Let's buffer this back. If you're Kevin Love, you're JR, this is now a hit. You're going to double team. You're double teaming Steph, and you're not going to let this guy score because he burnt you last time. Keep in mind how far they are out. He's at half court. Steph makes the intelligent play, as we saw, gets off the ball to Draymond Green. Now, Draymond Green and Bell are 2-on-1 here against Tristan Thompson at the rim. Might need a little help with that, Jay.
You got it, bro.
Let's run it. Gives up a big layup. That spacing, that's the sign of a superstar. A guy who just had an NBA record threes is willing to get off and pass the ball.
Now let me tell you something I see in that same play. My esteemed gentleman wearing a tuxedo. All right. So now Steph Curry, first and foremost as an MVP player, the reason why he's actually getting doubled is because they're picking on this guy. And they're picking on this guy. So it's like we don't want to switch like we did in the previous game because every time Steph Curry got stuck on him in the previous game, he lit him up.
Barbecue
So we're not going to do that again. So how about this? This is something else you left out. You left out the fact
What'd I leave out?
LeBron James ain't leaving KD.
No.
He ain't leaving KD.
But this is also the strong side corner.
Correct.
So whether this is KD or not, it's a play in basketball that we never make unless this dude is a horrible shooter.
But this guy is so good, Ryan. He ain't even in the corner. He on the wing. LeBron James could have stopped in and helped Draymond Green at the broken circle, did a fake and fall, and actually got back to him.
But, Jay, nonetheless, you know the help is always going to come from the weak side. Always coming from this weak side. These guys over here have to get into play. And now you got Tristan Thompson at the rim by himself. But how many superstars do you know that are willing to get off of the basketball?
That's what allows this to work. Now show me what you got with KD.
Now let's check out what KD does. Because KD is a bad man, and I'm not mad at all. I don't want you to know that he got MVP because he deserved it. Just a little bit. So now they get the switch that they like. This is important. Why? Every time you see a switch, we want to get boxes and elbows. Defensively, we want to be in here. Boxes and elbows defending. Because you see a mismatch, and even more when there's a mismatch, you want to be talking. But guess what? There's a guy over here who you don't think is that valuable, Jay, who hit a NBA record, I will emphasize 9 threes. So now if you're Rodney Hood, rather than being right here on this nail, talking and screaming out to Kevin Love, he's way out here hugging Steph Curry, because if he's not hugging, that's gonna be an open 3. And then the reason that he went to Golden State, look over here. J.R. Smith is hugging Klay Thompson this close. So now if you're KD, and you're working against Kevin Love, you see the entire floor. The next closest man, you see from here to here, vision-wise, there's no help. Now KD, 7-1, easy money sniper, playing one-on-one, hitting yet a difficult shot. But he's got one defender in front of him, and yet it's Kevin Love. And in a situation like that, we want to overload, we want to communicate and help. But with this Golden State team, you can't help.
Let me rewind this tape for you. Let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something.
What you got? What you got?
Bottom line is this. They're going to run it. You see the score of this game? And when it is?
It's a big bucket.
Okay. Guess what he thinking?
Huh.
I'm glad we got KD. Because these guys been double and triple teaming me. And guess what KD can now do? You already said it. He gonna get the switch, that Steph got in the previous game.
Well, may I ask you, why aren't they doubling him? They didn't double KD. That proves my point. They didn't double like
why?
they did Steph.
And I said this, because this guy switching too easy. LeBron James, he can actually fight over that if he chose to and say, you know what, I'm going to stay with this dude. But watch, look at this little action with Iguodala.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
He could have stayed with him if he wanted
that's true.
to.
That's true.
So now Kevin Love, like, really?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna do me like that? Y'all serious? And watch Kevin Love. He actually plays good D, and all of a sudden, look.
That's great defense.
Watch this. Watch how he feels about it after it goes in. He's gonna be dusted and disgusted. Look.
I think Bron just gave him a little look. Did you see that?
Now, don't look at me, dog. You handle that.
Bron did give him a little look.
I see what you're saying about the impact of Steph Curry, and rightfully so. He's the one that drives the narrative. He's the reason, along with their other 3 All-Stars, that KD had the autonomy to go run with them. But when things get tough, this is the guy that's become the difference maker.
But you also understand, any great player, if he's allowed to play one-on-one basketball, he's going to burn you. Now, hats off for KD for doing it. He hit the dagger. Like I said, I'm not mad at the MVP, but you got to understand why he's allowed to be great.